Check, check. 1, 2. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. About to do a test. See if we got this right. And hopefully we do. We got some movement going on right now. Looking good. Let's see here. All right. Looks like we are live here. We're getting sound. We just gotta make sure we got sound. We got sound. Sweet. So welcome to the Crypto Remora. We are gonna teach you guys what to do and how to do it. That's what we do. That's what we're here for. So I'm gonna let you guys know where I'm at over here. We have Bitcoin going on an absolute tear, which is good. Always good to see. Looking at some charts here right now. Trying to zoom in and get my charts right. Just give me 1 sec. All right. So we got Ethereum taking a nice little run. Purpose of the stream is twofold. One is to get you guys, get us to figure out how to do this. This is new to me. I'm still connecting the apps and whatnot, but I think I got it dialed in. So, what we're looking at right now, we're looking at MUX. Okay, and one of the things that Crypto Remora does, we teach how to trade, we teach how to swap, how to get started. This is a little more on the technical side, a little more on the advanced side, but I know our fan base is starting to go on a tear right now. So this is for the more experienced guys that have been following us for a while, and if you're ready to take a stab at actual trading, which you got to be careful because you can get wrecked. So don't go crazy. Use small amounts. You know, don't be stupid. You can see if you are on MUX, you can go down here and you can see I have a long open right now with a very responsible leverage of 17.9x. That's a joke. That's still high leverage. You can still get wrecked with that. But the reason we entered that here, okay, so if you don't know your basic chart formations and your basic patterns, you don't even want to try to attempt this. Make sure you learn your support, resistance lines, all that. Do not follow anything that me or Wes might show you on the channel if you don't know your basic support, resistance, all that stuff. And even if you know that stuff, you can still get wrecked. So be careful. But I did see that we had this nice pullback, and that was on a different time frame. Let me go back to the other. This is the 4-hour. I think I was on the 30-minute chart I was trading earlier. Okay, so yeah, you can see right here, if you see this nice little bull flag here, boom, we had that breakout this morning, right? So when I saw this pullback, I entered the long here where it says long on that nice blue line. So, you know, just to keep things easy, because that's what we love to do at Crypto Remora. Technically right now, if I wanted to, I could just close the trade, take the profit. You can see for a $12 trade, made $1.51. That's a 12% profit, which we could take off the table right now. And I think I will do that just to show you guys and re-enter the trade. So I'm going to close out. We're going to close. This is called taking USD. Now, I'm going to out, confirm. But we have I would have technically left that trade open, but I'm you guys to teach you guys how to do this. It's pretty it's way to go. Things I saw on a lot of people on YouTube is that nobody really people either trade live and they just expect you to just watch them, trade live all day, and they don't teach you what to do. So that's not what this stream is. This stream is not me just sitting here just like, oh, I'm in the trade. I'm trading the VWAP and the blah, 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 and not teaching you anything, because what good is that, right? So if you're an advanced trader, you're going to roll your eyes watching this too, so you might be bored. But if you're a noob and you've never done it before and you're like, I want to do this, this will be a good stream for you to watch. So, okay, you can see right here we had a nice bull flag. It had to break out. Are we going to keep rolling? I don't know. Part of what I do is I check CoinGecko, and I'll usually have my phone open. So on one screen, I'll have Mux, where's the price or whatever I'm trading, so I can get in and out of it quickly. On my phone, I will watch what's called the total global market cap, which is the total amount of money coming into the crypto space at any given time. It's just my style of trading. I prefer to keep an eye on the global market cap. I don't know if you guys can see it. My phone might be a little jacked up at the top there. Total global market cap. Go to CoinGecko and you'll see that number is at 2,183,000,000,000. So Bitcoin's at 54,000. Ethereum's kind of holding at 3,100. So my thought process was to go long on Ethereum because Bitcoin runs, and then usually ETH runs, and then the altcoins run, and then it goes back. The whole cycle repeats again. So now that we have Bitcoin on a tear up 5%, generally speaking, what happens is people have already rolled back into Bitcoin. They're going to take a little profit out of the Bitcoin, and then they're going to go into Ethereum. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to front run the Ethereum pump. So I'm going to long Ethereum right here. So how to do it without talking too much more is a very simple setup. Okay, you got long and short. If you want to short, it's right here. If you want to long, it's right here. Well, what are we longing? We need to know our levels first. Where are we going? What are you looking at? Always know your trade before you get into the trade, right? It's not about, just it on the spot. Where are my levels? So I'm kind of zooming out a little bit. I know that it's pretty safe to say that we might not fall back down to this level, 3,015, right here, right? But if we do, and the market makers want to dump it down there, they could. So that's what I do first. I find my liquidation price. So my liquidation price level, could we go this low? We could. Could we go this low? Absolutely. But you're definitely safe down here, right? For the most part. Don't copy trade me either. Do not do that. I'm just saying, I'm just teaching you for example. So if this was the liquidation price up here, you're running the risk. What does that mean? What is the liquidation price? That means if this where this green line is, which is where the price of ETH is right now, if it falls down here, you're wiped out. It's going to take whatever you put in because you're trading with leverage. You don't have to use leverage on here. You can trade 1x with just 1x leverage. You can go all the way up to 100x leverage, and you will get wrecked using that. So do not do that. But for the sake of this stream, we're going to try to just do the basics. Okay, so price is at 31.80 and climbing. So we want to get in along. We want to pick our liquidation price first. I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to say if Ethereum falls, it probably will not fall between here and here, this zone, right? So that would be around the $3,000 mark, just under 3,000. So now knowing my liquidation price, it's the first thing I wanted to do. Now I can go up here and say, okay, what do you want to do? Order type. You could do limits and do all that stuff. I don't have the patience for that. I like doing market orders because they fire the trade right away. That's, again, just my style. But there is a way you can select limit order, stop market. I prefer market. It's just easier for me. That's just my style. You guys, when you learn a little more, you'll develop your own style. The cool thing about MUX, you can use different coins. You don't have to. You can trade one coin and use another coin as the collateral. So for this one, we're going to use Ethereum. That's what we're using. Okay, so that's going to take out of your Ethereum bag. And we're going to long Ethereum. How much are we going to long it? I usually start off with 0.007. A little less than that. Let's go. Because the price is cranking right now. So 0.005 is a $15 trade. Okay, now you see the slider right here? This is where it is. This is what it's all about. This little slider right here. My monitor's not the right size here. About that. So this slider right here is what matters. If you slide this all the way up, you want to go broke, you want to lose all your money, slide that all the way to the right. You will lose your money if you do that. Do not do that, okay? But you can see where it says liquidation price down here, okay? 2,902. That's about what we said, remember? We were looking at the liquidation price. It was just the level that we thought Ethereum's not going to fall to, okay? So that's down here. Liquidation price, 2,900. Liquidation price, 2,900, which is way down here. So basically, we're betting that Ethereum is not going to fall all the way down here with that liquidation. Now, you can see if I raise it up, if I go higher leverage, 45x leverage, it gives me a bigger position size. So basically for, I'm sorry, this thing is 0.005. So for $15 of collateral on ETH, the position size right here is $691 because we have 45x leverage. But look what that does. That gives you a bigger position size, but look what it does. Liquidation price is now at 3,100. So that means if ETH goes down to 3,123, which is only right here, right there. If it goes right there, you're screwed. It's going to take all 15 bucks like that. So we don't want to do that. We're going to slide this way back. And we're going to see when we slide the leverage way back, you can see the liquidation price is now $3,031, which is right about here. Right about here. So do I think ETH is going to fall that low? It could retest this level over here. See, this is previous resistance. So it could flip that and hit that as support. So I want to go a little lower because the market makers know that you're watching this and you're getting greedy and you're like, yeah, I'm going to be rich forever. So the market makers could dump it down here very quickly. So the safest place to make your liquidity price is down here. It's boring, right? It's boring because your position size is only $100. But look at this. You're putting in 15, you're getting to play with 110. Don't look at it as, oh, I could have played with 1,000. Look at it as you put in 15, you're playing with 110. Let's look at the liquidation price now. We're at 2,794. So 2,794 is right about here, which is fairly safe. I mean, I would say, unless you have a radical movement, right? Because you've got all this that you'd have to fall through, which is not a lot either. Believe me, it can happen. But for the sake of argument, let's just say we're being safe right now and we're at 7x leverage, okay? So now you could do take profit and stop loss, which if you don't know what those are, take profit means when it hits a certain number, you want to take money off the table. Stop loss is if the trade goes the wrong way, like if it starts going down too low too quickly, you can choose a level, say up here, where it'll trigger what's called a stop loss, and you won't lose all of your collateral, but it'll close the trade. So you have to realize, oh, I'll just put my stop loss and I'll be fine. Yeah, okay. But then you open a $15 trade, and when you open the trade, you're kind of screwed because they'll close the trade. You got safe. You didn't lose any money. Maybe you lost $2-3 out of the 15, but you're certainly not going to win with that either. So stop loss is good, but you have to be careful because market makers see every move you're making, and they're like, oh, looking down here, and that's what they do. So you have to be careful. All right. So I'm going to see if we got check it. Let's see if this is rolling here. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a pump, so I don't want to mess this up too much. So for the sake of the first lesson, liquidation price 2791, which is 2791, which is down here, right? We're not going to put a stop loss because we're only playing with $15, right? So because of that, we're putting $15 on the table. We got a $110 trade long. So what you need to pay attention to is the price we're entering. We're entering right here. We're longing, which means we think the price is going to go up. Our liquidation price is at $27.90, which is where we will get closed out. If ETH goes down here, we get wiped out. So we're going to enter a long right here, and we're going to see how it does. This is not... I'm not trying to do this just to make a big pile of money or lose or bet that I'm winning or losing. What I'm trying to do is just show you guys that it's not as complicated as you think. But I also want you to be very responsible, and I would use less leverage when you're first starting out, because if the market moves against you, you're screwed. So for the sake of this, we're good. We're using ETH. We're longing ETH, and you can switch these if you want. You can use anything, Bitcoin, Arbitrum. But for this one, we're going to use ETH, and we're going to long ETH. Just give me 1 second here. Trying to get the link here. I'm going to copy the link and go over on X and see if I can get some people in here. I'm not getting... Paste. Well, let's see if it works. I don't know if it is. All right, so I wish I could see YouTube chat. Where in the heck is it? It'd be nice to have that on the screen, but I guess I can put it on my phone. Live chat. All messages. Let's see if that works. All right. I'm actually gonna see where we're at here. All right, so I was kind of waiting to see if we'd get a little more of a pullback before I actually enter the long and click on it, because see, I'm on the 30-minute. See, we're getting a little bit of a push down here. So if I longed it right here, it would open it right around here. See, so what I would like to do, when you see this bull flag, boom, you had a nice bull flag, and then you had a breakout, right? let's go back to, before we enter the trade, we're going to go back and check global market cap on CoinGecko. Looks like money's still rolling in because Bitcoin's on a freaking rip, 54.3. So we're front running the Ethereum pump, which we hope is coming because Bitcoin's having this nice pump. So if you're just tuning in, just letting you know, this is not advanced trading. This is beginner trading 101, beginner leverage trading 101. And we're going to be longing ETH. So here's the pullback. Boom. There's the pullback. I entered my last trade about right here because I was saying we're going to break out. That's a bull flag. Now we're getting a little bit of resistance here, but I think this pattern could continue. The trend is your friend until the end. So we're using 7X. We're going to hit long. Let's just do this. Let's jump in. Confirm long ETH. Don't be scared. You got to learn sometime to play with small amounts. It's taking a second. Small to out. Like a gen is $1 on Arbitrum. Firm. Just takes a second. See, that's what I wanted to do with this stream. Like I said, a lot of people, and they just they don't care about their audience. They don't care about much. They're just kind of look at me, I'm trading, and they don't teach their audience anything. Whereas I am not doing that. I'm trying to actually teach. Yeah, there we go. Let's turn that down. I wish I could see my chat. So I don't know if there's anyone in there or not. Kind of tough to see here. Anyway, so I'm going to go up here. Longing, it's already open. So now we go down to positions, right? Positions is where we see. Let me tell Wes to get in the chat real quick. He just picked his son up from school. I'm going to see if I can see it on screen. You guys, I apologize. This is kind of a test run, but I'm also showing you stuff. So if there's anyone out there watching, you will get this to learn if you're trying to leverage trade. I'm not the best trader in the world. I'm going to tell you straight up. But I am pretty confident at teaching people how to lose all their money. But do not do high leverage. Be responsible. Let's see here. Paste. Let's try that. All right. Here we go. I'm going to tag Wes real quick. There we go. Okay, so we open the position and we're liquidated. No, we're not. We're in the negative by 0.0000 whatever. So we entered the long again on the thought that because Bitcoin's at 54 and going up, that the next coin to pump is Ethereum. So I'm not necessarily just trading the Ethereum chart and saying, oh, we're going to go we're going to go nuts here. Because if I was, I would wait until the pullback right here. So you have a bull flag here. Boom. It was a beautiful bull flag. On the first stream that I put out, I showed you that this pullback, this is the best entry point, and boom. We did catch a little bit of that run. But for the sake of the stream, I decided to close it out. So now we're re-entering. But normally I wouldn't do that. If I saw this chart right here, I would not enter right here normally, because I would want to wait till about here. I would wait for the pullback around right here to hit this and test it as support, and then enter it right about the 3,164. But I didn't do that only because two reasons. It's a small trade, and I wanted to just, this is more about showing you how to get around on mucks. Um, so yeah. So let's look. We just opened that, and you can open a long and a short at the same time, which is basically options trading, which is too confusing for me, but you can do that. It's, to me, I prefer to just have one trade open at a time. If I wanted to open a Bitcoin long right now, I could. Um, so let's just open a, excuse me, let's just open a Bitcoin long real quick, just to do it, just to show you guys, because you can have your Ethereum long and a Bitcoin long open, but you can't, if you open one long, you can't go back and open another long. So in other words, you can add collateral where it says collateral right here, but you cannot just, if you go to open another long, it'll think that you're wanting to do it to this one, and it'll do that, unless someone out there knows how to do that. But from what I've seen, you can't do it. So we can just check on our trade here. We have a 7x long. The size, the position size is 110. We only put in 15, right? So that's our collateral. That's how much ETH we put in. This is the price we got in, our entry price, the index price. The most important thing you need to look at on the screen is this: your liquidation price, 2,794. So basically, 2,794. If we hit that, 2,794 is way down here. Yeah, it's even lower. So we went real safe on this, 2,794. So I don't feel so bad teaching you guys this. This is fairly responsible trade here. 2,794 is right. Nikki needs some glasses here. Right about here. So unless Ethereum falls down to this level-ish, we're safe. Now, the minute it does fall, it's going to take the entire 15 like this. Boom, gone. Bye-bye. You'll never see it again. So the more leverage you're trading with, the higher that leverage number is to the right, the closer your liquidation price goes to the starting point. So if we traded with 100x leverage, your liquidation price would be right here, right next to the long where you open. So basically, if Ethereum were to go oop and dip down $1 or 50 cents, even whatever it is, you would just instantly get wrecked. So that's why we never trade with too high leverage. 7 to 9x I find is a sweet spot. You can go up to 50 and 60x leverage and 75x leverage if you're snipe trading, and that's something that's pretty fun to do too. So maybe we'll do a snipe trade for Bitcoin, just because Bitcoin doesn't really care and has no chill right now. Let's see. Let's check. 2 trillion 181 right now on the total global. Let's see if that's up or down. Looks like it's still about the same. So that's good. Let's see where that's at. All right, so we're getting a little pump here from where our long was. Okay, I'm going to blow this up a little so you guys can see. This green line is where we entered, so it's, you can see ETH is wanting to go up. So the higher up we go, we're in the profit. We're not by much because we're not getting a huge pump. We got a 1% pump. But you can see P&L, that's your other window you want to pay attention to. That shows you what we're up or down. We're up right now 17 cents, 21 cents, 23 cents. Not life-changing wealth, but again, we haven't done anything yet. We got in this trade early because we're front-running the crowd. So this is called front running the trade. I'm front running everybody else that's watching Bitcoin right now. So while they're watching Bitcoin, oh, it's at 54, and Ethereum's just kind of chilling, 3,100 or whatever. And so yeah, it's one of those things where, sorry guys, I'm still doing this. All right, so not a whole lot of movement yet, but we're gonna wait. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna wait and see what happens. I feel pretty confident we're definitely in an uptrend here with this strong bull flag. So it'd be nice to see it kind of have a breakout. Um, this stupid thing. It's my monitor setting. Hold on, guys. Let's do this. Let's take an extra second. Just be done with it. Okay. So I got some pretty cool tools over here. I don't want to do the measuring tool. I'm going to do the trend line tool. Okay, we're going to do extrapolation, which I believe would start probably about here to here. So what I'm doing right here is I'm measuring the size of the bull flag, and I'm going to move it. It's called extrapolating to our target. So if all technical analysis works, we should have a target of up here around $32,041. So that's what I'm looking at, and we're getting a little pumpy. We're getting a little pumpy. Go, go, go. I'm going to go up to the screen and go. Come on. Okay, so she's rolling. Now, this is what we like to see, especially on a stream. Hopefully there's a couple people watching. It's even better. So we're rolling at 3, 4%, 4% rolling. Not really huge, but again, for this bull flag pullback, I'm looking for it to go up to about 32.40, and then have another slight pullback down around here, which means we could close it out. We could close it out once it starts getting up here, but here's the other thing with trading. When you've got 2 million other degens they're trading, right? They're looking at that level too. So when they're looking at that level too, what are they going to do? They're going to they're going to sell before that level. They're going to front run the front run. So that's what you're seeing right now. This how it's fighting to go up right now, in my opinion, that's people going, oh, you think it's going up there? We're going to sell right now before it gets to that. So that's what you're having a battle right now between the bulls and the bears. But I think because of Bitcoin's tear, I think the bears are going to lose this one. I think people are taking a little profit here, selling into strength, which is always good. But we're not going to do that because we just kind of entered this long. So we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it. We're going to let it cook. So the next thing I want to show you while we're just sitting here letting that do something is how to enter along with Bitcoin. Excuse me. I do kind of want to keep an eye on that though, because it's getting some volatility. This is a 30-minute chart I'm on. You can always change your time frames over here. You can zoom in or out with the scroll. If you have a scroll mouse, you can scroll up and down on this. It kind of makes that a little bigger for you. And then this one, you can go left, right. And when you go right, you can see more of the chart, which is beautiful. You can go back a little further and see what we're kind of looking at. We're getting a nice move. So are we overheated? Absolutely. But do we have more room to go? Probably. So we're going to let it roll. I'm going to zoom in. Let me get my chart a little cleaner. Again, I don't claim to be the best trader, believe me. I'm just trying to show you guys the basics and get you comfortable that if this is something you want to do, if someone like me can do it, you can do it too, and you don't have to be scared. So, getting a little pump, not much movement. Let's do the Bitcoin long now. So for a Bitcoin long, first thing, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to go to the Bitcoin USD chart. Look at it. And then, whoa, okay. So, yeah, Bitcoin has no chill. Bollinger Bands are opening up. We have the move. Could we pull back down to this heart line? We could. Am I going to short the honey badger in the middle of a move? Probably not. This is the RSI is pretty high. If it was any other asset, if it was a stock, I'd be like, oh, short it because RSI. But when you're messing with the honey badger in the middle of a run, you're playing with fire. So I'm not going to short Bitcoin right now. I don't know if I want to get crazy longing it. But again, because you had this explosive move right here, so you don't want to go too crazy. But I want to open a very safe low leverage long and just keep it open and let it cook for a while, possibly up around 57,000. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to long. We're going to go market. We are going to use actual Bitcoin. And we are going to long Bitcoin. You could do the either or. You can use Bitcoin and long ETH or ARB or any of these, which is awesome. But we're not going to do that. We're going to long Bitcoin using Bitcoin, and it's going to say how much. You got to figure out 0.0002, and it tells you the dollar price, $10.99, $10 worth. So let's do 2.5, $13. That's good. Now again, for $13, if we did leverage trade and went like this and went stupid, you're playing with $1,100 for $13. You're playing with $1,100. So what does that mean? What does exactly that mean? Well, what that means is you're putting in $13, but the market is letting you play with your position size as if you had $1,000, which means you're going to make gains on this number, not this number. You're going to make it on this number. But because you're playing with house money, because you're using the leverage of 89x, which is stupid, do not do it. But because of that, you can see where it changes the liquidation price down here, which liquidation price is now 54,400. So if Bitcoin were to fall to 54,400, you'd be screwed, which is what? 54,400 right here. Yeah, 54,400. So if it fell right about here, it would take your $13 and you'd be done for. So this is why we don't trade with super high leverage unless we're doing a snipe trade. Now, Bitcoin seems to be not caring about anyone's feelings right now and just running. But I still don't feel confident using the liquidation price of 54.3. I don't want to trade with that much leverage. You guys should not either. All right, let's see here. 1140. So let's pull it back. Liquidation price. Wish I could see the chat to see what you guys think. If we should go nuts and go for a snipe trade or go for a safe trade. Safe trade being bring it all the way back here and go 6x leverage. Liquidation price would be 48,000, which means Bitcoin would have to fall down to 48 before we get wiped out, which is a little way down here, which is a lot safer. But you're only playing with $95 on that. But you're earning Bitcoin the higher up it goes as well. So there is that. All right. So let's just do that for the sake of this. We'll just open. If we went somewhere in the middle, 33x, 32x, liquidation price is 53.2. Yeah, that's still too risky. That means if it comes down right here, you're wiped out. So we will go with the initial thing. We'll go with the small, slow and steady wins the race. We'll go 5x leverage, liquidation price of 45.7. So that means Bitcoin would have to fall way down here. I mean, which don't think it can't, because it still could. Bitcoin is like that. 45.7. 45.7 is right around here. So that's a fairly safe play. Let's rock with it. We got a position size of $68 for $13. I'm happy with that. We're going to long Bitcoin. We're going to hit confirm long. That's you can know what all this other stuff means. Most important. Charge 2 cents, and that's opening the Bitcoin. Now, is it risky going in the middle of a pump? But does a honey badger care? Absolutely not. No, Bitcoin could actually do this and then keep doing this. And it kind of did flag out right here, and now we have a continuation. So let's take our tool again and measure this one. And let's see what we're working with. So if we measure from here up, boom, grab it, extrapolate, put it right there. Shout out to Crypto Jeb for teaching me that a long time ago. That's a very, very cool trick to use. So let's blow it up a little bigger so you guys can see. So again, if you missed that, what I did was I measured the flagpole here, and this is sort of a continuation pattern, only because Bitcoin doesn't consolidate sideways. When she's on a tear, she consolidates upwards a little sometimes, and that's just what she does. So we took this bull flag here, and then we measured it and put it up here. We put it to from the entire length of the pole. Think of a flagpole. And then you bring it and set it right on top of the other flagpole, and that gives you your target for the next top of the next flagpole. So you see we ran into some resistance right here. Some people are selling right here and pushing the price down. So two things could happen. One, this could be a healthy little pullback in the middle between the top of this, or two, we could be getting front run and we could have some serious bears like, hold up, wait a minute, we're going to short right here. It's all good either way because we're playing with such small numbers. You could see when you look at the P&L, profit and loss, you can see our Ethereum trade is kind of chilling. It's not really it hasn't done much yet because, like I said, we're front running the Ethereum. We're hoping that this $54,000 Bitcoin is going to take some of the degens are going to go, oh, let me take some profit now. And they're going to roll it down into Ethereum, which will then pump Ethereum a little bit. I don't expect this thing to go too much crazier today because we had a nice pump again, but that's not the point of this stream. The point of the stream is, number one, to test, and number two, to just kind of show you guys the interface and show you how to get around on it and how to open a leverage trade. You can short too, which is pretty cool. Like, let's say we think, all right, that's it. She's going to fall. She's going to fall right here. If we really wanted to open a short right now, which I don't, but if we wanted to, you just go over here and do the same exact thing I just showed you. So you go sell short. Now, you can use Bitcoin, you can use Ethereum, whatever. We would use Bitcoin. Let's say I wanted to open a short here, and I think that we're going to pull back to this heart line, which could happen. Okay, I'm not going to say it's not going to. It could happen. We could have that nice pullback and then continue going. So if we wanted to do that, we would say, okay, well then my target price is down here. My liquidation now, when you're shorting, your liquidation is now above you. Okay, when you're longing, your liquidation price is below you because when you're longing, you're betting on the market to go up. So if we were to short, we're betting on the market to go down. We're betting that Bitcoin's going to go down. So that means the higher Bitcoin goes, the more money you lose, right? So that's the short side of it. So your liquidation price would be affected up there. So let's just pretend I'm not going to do it. Nothing works until you hit confirm. So you can play around on this screen, which is really cool, until you hit confirm, and it's not going to open the trade. So you hit 0.0002. Now, if we were to short, we're on the short tab. Market price, that's where the price is right now. Order type, we're going to do a market just to make it easy. So that tells you got $10 trade with 5x leverage. That's 54 bucks. Okay. But you look down here, liquidation price is now 67.7. So that's above you. So that just means if Bitcoin goes all the way up to 67,000, you're going to get wiped out of the trade. And you could say, well, Nick, I don't think we're going to 67 right now. Well, then you could short. You could open that short and you'd be safe up until 67,000. So shorting is very cool. It's a very, very good thing to know and get comfortable with because it's just the exact opposite of longing. So you can learn how to do both. I've tried to short in the past, and I'm such a permabull that I just think it's bad karma for me to try to short. So I just kind of stopped doing it. But you can do it, and you can make money doing it. Like for instance, if we said, okay, we're going to get a pullback here, maybe come back down to this 53 level, you could go nuts. Put your leverage up higher and say, well, your liquidation price now is 55. I'm sorry. Yeah, 55.6. But that means if you go up to 55.6, which is right about here, that means if Bitcoin just pumps right there, you're done. You're wiped out. But that's the higher leverage. So again, leverage is a great tool, but when you move this slider to the right, you're okay, like down here, you're like safe, risky, lottery tickets, selling your car, selling your house, selling your wife, selling your children. Now you're selling your soul, and now you're dead. You know, that's how it works. It's like, so you want to stay down here to be safe. So don't get crazy with this, you guys. I don't want anyone getting nuts and losing any money. And don't copy my trades. Just because I'm doing this thing, I'm just showing you this is for example. So do not just, do this blindly. And I am not going to short. Right there is where I would hit short if I wanted to. Also, this window is really cool. Take profit and stop loss. You can type it right in here, your levels. So if we wanted to short and take profit means where do you want to start taking your profit? Well, let's say I wanted to take it around here because I'm shorting the market down. So I want to take a little profit here. That would be around the $53,000 level. So you click here and you take profit, and you just click, you type in 53,456, and that's for a short. So don't get confused because I'm still on the short tab. But being we longed Bitcoin, let's not do that because it's going to confuse everybody. So we got Bitcoin long. And don't panic just because you see these in the red right now. Because they can go down. I'm only down 1%. I'm down 2%. You see that red and you start freaking out. Like, oh, I'm going to close the trade. Don't do that. Because then you're trading with your emotions. We're not trading with emotions on crypto Remora. We're trading with technical analysis. We're trading with market sentiment. We're trading with the whales. We're trading with what we know and what we see. Again, that doesn't mean I'm the best trader in the world. It just means we're following rules. We're using a very small percentage, right? Small percentage of our overall portfolio. We're not betting the farm. We're not using ridiculous amounts of leverage. We're being responsible with our leverage. 7x and 5x, very responsible because considering you can go up to 100, but still fairly safe trades that are open. So let me see here if I got something going on with YouTube. See if I can see anyone's stuff. Give me one sec here. right, for those of y'all still out there, sorry about that. Got some in real life stuff going on right now. It's pretty intense. All right, let's see. Did we get wrecked here, or where are we at? Did we get wrecked? I am not sure if we did or not. Let me check. I doubt it. No, we're in the negative, but I'm not going to panic sell. Call that panic selling in the business. We don't do that. So what else can I show you guys on here? All right. No shorts, only higher. There's get dot small. That's just what that's the man I was gonna ask. Um, no shorts, only higher. Okay, so good. I see a chat in there. That gives me hope. Uh, Shout out to Ready Layer 2 and get dot small. I forgot what I was gonna ask you. I was needing. Oh yeah, my MetaMask thing. I am having trouble with confirming things on there with the gas. It says advanced and then edit. I forgot which tab we were supposed to change there to get that back. All good though. Let me turn this down. I got the volume down. All right. So no shorts, only higher. So I'm with you on that. I believe that is the way to go. So we're just kind of chilling. Let it play out a second. I can change the time frame over here. I'm going to change it down to, let's get nuts. Let's change it to the 5-minute chart. You want to really scare yourself, go to the 5-minute chart, because then that abrupt movements will scare you. There's our flagpole, our target that we extrapolated from right here. We said it here. We said that we might be going here. So really we're right on track, because when you see that pole from this target to this target, it's nothing moves straight up, right? So you have a little consolidation. Where's the consolidation? Right in the freaking middle. Right in the middle. Right here. So we're getting sideways action. That's what I want to see, because if we have a little bit of this, we could continue and go back up here. Whereas if we just kept going right here, you could get stopped out right there. Boom. So I like to manually close my trades. I'm funny like that. I know people, you can set take profit level, which is right here, which will automatically, like if you have to go to work, you have to go somewhere. That is an extremely helpful tool, because say you open a long and then you're like, well, I got to go to work. So if it goes up here, I want to take profit. That's what that's for. Take profit at the, so if the price goes to that level, it'll automatically, boom, take the profit, put it in your wallet. So extremely helpful. Stop loss is also helpful, because if you don't want to get moved against in the wrong direction too bad, and you can click the advanced tab and it pulls all that up. You can do it by percent if you want. Like let's say you get a 20% pump. I want you to take profit. Stop loss if it goes down 33%. I want you to take doing that. That's just a back over here to. So it looks like Bitcoin's getting its back slightly. So we were kind of waiting on that, because we were front running to see if Bitcoin had the pullback, and then people would roll the profits into Ethereum, and that's what we were. All right. So let's see if my theory works. Ethereum on the 5-minute. We're getting some fighting here from the bears a little bit. Let me see here. Where are we at? Getting a little bit of resistance here. So, but we did touch the heart line. So that's good because usually we bounced right off of the heart line. Boom. So maybe we could go higher for longer, sir. That would be nice. Let's do it. I'm all about it, man. Live stream. All right. Figuring this out a little bit better here. So it looks like we're still good. But we're getting a pull back. I'm going to go back up to the higher time frame here, 30 minutes. All right, flagpole, pulling back up. So we could continue this run. This could be the little pullback in between. When I say in between, this is what I'm talking about. So this is our extrapolation pole that we measured from here. So we took it here. This is the flagpole. We move it up to the top of this flagpole. So this is almost about halfway. If you look, that was the halfway mark, almost. That's really it. Actually, I think you're supposed to do like this. You're supposed to extrapolate it from here. Measure the flagpole. You don't put it at the top. You measure the flagpole, and then you put it at the bottom-ish of the flag. Yeah, that's how you do it. Again, I don't claim to be a wizard trader, not at all. I'm just showing you guys that this is not something to be too scared of. It's something you want to do. You need to jump into it and just do it. Just pull the trigger, do it with small amounts and be safe, be smart with it, but do it if it's something you really want to do. I wanted to really do it when the bull run came because I have this as a tool and it's in my tool belt if I want to use it, which is great. So this target up here of 32 is on track to happen because we're pumping, we're getting a little pullback. I'm looking for this to keep going. And when it does, I'm going to take profit right about here. I'm going to close the trade here. I'm not going to wait for this. I'm going to take it out right here. Could you leave it open? Like when I first started doing this, I wondered, well, what happens if you go long and you put 20 bucks on Bitcoin, you leverage it by 10,000x and you just let it sit there for 10 years? Aren't you going to be a millionaire? And I said, yeah, that's a nice way to think, but you're leaving the trade open and you're using leverage, which means there are fees for that. So that's the loophole stopper. So yes, you can make money on longing and shorting and using leverage, but you also have what's called fees. Now, Mux is cool because you got fees rebate, which means you get the fees right back. I'll show you guys how to do that. You got to go over on X and you got to start following the Arbitrum family because they will show you how to do all this cool stuff. Okay, we're getting a little pullback on the 30-minute. Nothing much. Again, you guys, make sure you subscribe if you guys are out there watching. I think Get.Small is the only one in right now. But you got to start somewhere, right? So, yeah, 3 watching. Shout out. Probably the Arbinaut fam watching, so that's cool. But yeah, this is a test stream. Wes and I both are going to figure out how we can both do this to provide more content during the bull run and not just make our weekly videos. We want to be able to come on and hop on and you know, in between both our schedules, be able to hop on at any time and just kind of do stuff. And this is one of the things we were both wanting to do when the bull run hit, and it's a good place to start. So if you guys have any building on Arbitrum, I'm here for you, buddy. I see you, Get Small. I see you. And shout out to you, sir, because you have been there for us since the beginning. And Wes, I just called Wes, and he's like, see if Get.Small can help you. See if he can help you. He'll help you. I said, well, I think I got this figured out with the stream key. I was having a little trouble. It was like wanting me to freaking log in from OBS and all this crap. And I'm like, oh, God. And the authenticator started acting crazy. I was like, I know I can just copy the stream key and paste it. Finally got it to work. So that's cool. I want to make sure you guys hear me good and I'm not too loud. Interface seems to be working good. So come on. Yeah, let's do something, Bitcoin. Let's roll. I know she had run already. I shouldn't be getting crazy. let's hop over here. This is what I do on my phone. I go over to CoinGecko. Usually have the total global market cap on my phone while I'm trading. So I open one tab. I'll keep my phone in front of me. It looks and sounds good. Thank you, sir. And so yeah, so I go over to CoinGecko and I check the total global market cap, and I watch that number like a hawk on my phone, because that's all these degens, that's all the retail, that's all the FOMO, like, oh, we're going to put money in because it's going up. So if I see that number start to decline significantly, not like a lot, or if it declines just a little bit, it doesn't bother me. But if I start to see that like 35 to 50 billion dollar of that start to go down, I know that people are pulling some profits all the way out of the market. And that generally means a correction could be coming. Now, don't always take that, because it's not always true, but for the most part, it's good to keep an eye on that number. But I like to have Mux on one full screen, this on one full screen, and then my phone, I use CoinGecko. All right, so let's go to a lower time frame, see if we can get some more movement. A little more fun to watch the candles on a lower time frame. Okay, so we're getting some sideways action here. A little bit of sideways, which is good. Now, this was my extrapolation tool for going up. I also like to use it for sideways. This is my own style. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that this is something I've done since I started investing, and it's worked out fairly good. So I would say the sideways action started right about here. I would measure this too. Boom. And oh, there is a way to turn this, but I think I messed it up. We're just gonna guesstimate it here. This is another way you can do it, is sideways and then up. Think of steps, when you're climbing steps. The proportion between deep and height is usually fairly even. So I'm not saying use that as a rule. I'm just saying that that's another generic way to do it. I think you're safer with the extrapolation than this, just because it seemed to work in the past. And if you look where we're going sideways, we're almost right at the 50% level going sideways right here. So I am looking for this run up to here. I want to see what Bitcoin's doing, though. You always have to watch Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is Ethereum is only going to do so much. Bitcoin's still the leader. Could we have the crossing? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think we're going to have the crossing? Do you see the flipping happening? Do you think ETH will flip Bitcoin? Me personally, I think Ethereum will get like this. I think it'll get so close that everyone will think it's going to happen, and then Bitcoin's going to run again. And I don't think that's happening until we're significantly in the middle of the bull run. This is still the beginning of the bull run, not the middle. Okay, so we're getting a little pump here, 54.4. Trying to get through this resistance here. Let's see if she can do it. If you look at the indicators on here, we got the Bollinger Bands. You use TradingView. I want to get a little better with my fibs before I start pulling them out. I've been studying fibs a little more. I know they're not that intense if you use the basic means, but I really want to get strong before I start showing them on stream or on video. So I'm not going to pull them up right now. Just looking at the Bollinger Bands. When they contract, that means move. When they're already big, that means the move happened. You can see the bands are starting to kind of consolidate now. We're starting to get a little closer in. You could start seeing how these back here, they contracted, then boom, huge on, and they generally ride the top of the band like that. That generally happens. And then you have back to the heart line. So let's just hope this is a nice run. Now, another thing to look at, let me get rid of this. Another cool thing to look at on TradingView or any kind of thing is, we'll go right here. We'll pick our trend tool again. And we'll take it from here. Let's look at this flagpole here. Boom. Right? So if you look at the size of that flagpole and you put it here, that's where we got to our other target, right? But if you notice, the next flagpole is small, or smaller, I'm sorry. This flagpole is a lot smaller. So that tells me something. That tells me where the momentum is slowing down just a little bit, which is what we wanted. We wanted Bitcoin's momentum to slow down a little because we're actually longing ETH. We're longing Bitcoin too, but if you look down here, and there it is. There's ETH starting to flip green. See, so what we did was we front ran the concept that when Bitcoin runs first, Ethereum follows. So when Bitcoin was running, we said, well, okay, Bitcoin's running, but look at the gusto Bitcoin's kind of running out of here. I don't want to say running out of, but look at this pump and then look at this pump. See, so it's like a huge pump, huge move for the day. Right about here is where we entered our long on Ethereum, right? So look at this run. Bitcoin's kind of losing a little gas here, little bit of gas. So we're hitting a little bit of resistance. But we entered such a small leverage trade on Bitcoin that we get liquidated at 45,000. Do I think Bitcoin's going down to $45,000? Absolutely not. Not right. Not today. Not tomorrow. So could it happen ever again? Maybe. But I don't see it happening right now. So I don't care that this is in the red. I'm not worried because I don't get wiped out till here. Now, if we were playing with big money, if I had $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in this trade, I would absolutely have a stop loss. I would have a take profit. I would do it the correct way. The reason why you don't see a stop loss, why you don't see a take profit, is because I'm sitting right in front of my screen and because of look at the amounts, 15, 13. So that's healthy portfolio allocation. You're not risking more than 1 to 3% of your total portfolio on any trade. And then your risk to reward ratio. So my risk to reward ratio is, if I lose 15, 13. If I win, I have the potential to win a much more decent amount than if I lose. So those are the things that just come with basic investing, things that you should already kind of have under your belt before you do any leverage trading. But let's see, we're getting a little resistance here. Boom, boom. And let's see what happens with ETH. We're getting a little run now. Not much, but we're getting a little pump. And that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping once Bitcoin got a little toppy, that ETH would follow suit. Now, if Bitcoin just stalls here, we might not get to our target here, okay? But again, let it consolidate for a minute. Let it go sideways for a minute. Don't just close the trade immediately. Now, there is something else cool on Mux you can do if you wanted to. When you hit close, it doesn't just close it. It brings up this cool window here. And let's say you only wanted to close half of the position. That's freaking dope. 50%. I only want to take half of my money off the table. And it'll tell you how much profit you made so far or lost, whatever. So that's a really cool feature. I don't see that on a lot of other trading sites. I really like that about Mux, that you can just, I'll take some off the table. Let me take some more. That's wicked cool. And the other thing that's awesome, again, if you didn't see this already, that you can use Bitcoin to long ETH, or you can use Arbitrum, freaking long ETH. Now, I will tell you, if you use Arbitrum to long or short, it's you're going through third-party sites, so there's you're actually paying more in fees because you're using a third party aside from Mux, which I didn't really like. So I recommend against that. I did it before just to trade with Arb, and I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. I was hoping I could just trade Arb, ETH, and Bitcoin, but it doesn't really work as well because you have to go through that third party. So it's going to cost you more in gas to do that, but still cool if that's what you're into. Let's see here. All right. So not much going on the 5-minute chart. We are getting a little action. If we can break past this point here, we could be back on the smooth sailing. That's kind of what we're waiting on. 25 cent. Yeah, we're going to leave this trade open. We're going to leave this trade open. So, guys, I might hop off here for a few minutes. I just wanted to do the test run, and I think I'll have better luck if I hop off the stream and let it move up. But I will be hopping back on tonight, probably in a few. And so, yeah, there's a little pullback. Come on, baby. Maybe I won't get off just yet. Hold on. Hang on. Go. Get on up there. Scat now. Yeah, not a whole lot of movement, but it is going the right direction. That's what we want to see. Bitcoin is flipping green again. Okay, maybe I will stay on for a second. Maybe I will stay on here for a second. Let's see. I want to shout out to the 2 people watching. It might be Get Small and my personal profile. But I appreciate it. And we got 5 likes on it. So that is cool. I want to get on that Sanko so bad, you guys. I know I missed the boner thing the other night. I felt terrible about that, but I had some stuff going on, so I couldn't be in there. But Wes said it was pretty cool to use, and I know we're gonna get this restream and everything figured out. So we can get on the stream with you guys, and all of us do it together. We're trying to figure all of these things out. This is my first live stream technically. Wes has already done a couple, and so yeah, working the kinks out is what it's all about right now. But also being able to talk about cool stuff and show people how to do some stuff. Hopefully. 2%. Yeah, not crazy about it. I'm just gonna let it cook, let it consolidate, and go sideways for a minute. I do still see, like right now, if I wanted to walk away from the computer, I could put in my take profit. And, you know, if you're looking at the price targets, this is my price target up here. So let's say I wanted to cut the stream right now and go away for a little bit and then come back. Would I trust it to go all the way up here? Probably not, because there's other people watching the trade. There's other people sitting in front of their computer. So what I would do is I would look right around this level, right here. Not here, right here, right about here. And I would take my profit there. So what would that level be? See, I use the cursor to look first, and then I look at the number and say, okay, this is right about where I would take my profit if I was to walk away from the computer right now. Excuse me. So that number would be 32.18. So if I wanted to do a take profit right there, TP, take profit, 32.18. And that's another cool thing about Mux, is that you can just do that, which is pretty badass. If it doesn't work right there, I'm sorry. Sometimes if you type it there, it won't do this. It'll show that it won't let you do it. Then just click the advanced tab. It brings the window up. Take profit, 32.18. I'm going to clear that because I don't want it to interfere. These are clear, clear, clear. Take profit number is 32.18. Boom. So that'll calculate it, and that's an 8% gain. So that's cool. I could hit confirm right now, and that means if I walked away from the computer, whenever ETH hits 32.18, like if I had to go somewhere or whatever, it'll automatically close it out and boom, put it in your wallet. So very, very cool. That's just basic investing. Take profit and stop losses in the stock game. But in the crypto game, a lot of degens don't even know what that means. They're like, what the hell is a stop loss? And, you know, of course, the NFT people, what the hell is take profit? Nobody knows that. So what are we doing here? We're just playing games. These market makers playing games with my emotions today. Looks like it. 5 minutes. 31.9. Come on. Is this all the excitement I'm going to get from my money on this stream? Let's go. Let's see what we got. great. A debt collector. Oh, wish you luck collecting, pal. I wish you luck. That's what my dad said. I wish you luck collecting, pal. Um, it's actually from some hospital stuff. Let's see here. All right, there it is. Boom. We got a little bit of a pump here, and then we tested it, and we're having a little bit of support. Bollinger Bands are starting to tighten up. I think I will stay on stream. Let me go get a drink real quick. All two of you guys watching, stay put. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. All right. Crypto Remora trying to compete with Cryptos R Us. We're going to start streaming 3 times a day. That's how he got huge, man. Would be nice to get the quality up with the audio and streaming and video and hop on and get 2 or 3 of us going and keep it high quality. That's why we pre-record Crypto Remora, because we want that good quality audio and stuff. All right, looks like we're getting it. There we go. Bollinger Bands are tightening a little bit. Coming up to the top of the band. Come on, Betsy. So, could we have this run up, come back down to the heart line and keep moving? We could. That's what we're looking at. So, this is kind of cool because this is incorporating trading, investing, the Crypto Remora channel in general, and also leverage trading. And like I was saying in the beginning, I was saying that you watch trader channels live, right? And they're just, these guys are already established. They already have a huge following. They already have a bunch of money. They're by far better traders than I am, but they get on there and they just talk about what they're doing and just kind of showing off. It's like guitar teachers, bad guitar teachers just sit in front of you and they just show you how good they are. They're like, blah, 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 look how good I am. And they don't ever teach you how to get good. I'm not that great of a trader, but my goal is not that with this. My goal with this is to get noobs that are just coming into the market. If you're just coming in, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't want to watch these pros, because then you try to copy what they do and you don't know what the hell you're doing. You want to learn from the bottom up and at least learn the basics, and then you could get better than I am at it and take off. And you also got to find your niche. Make sure you find your niche, because one person's niche might be NFTs, right? You might just be like, well, I like trading NFTs. I'm good at it. Well, stick with that. That doesn't mean you don't have to not, leverage trade. You could leverage trade too. So for me, I thought this was what I was going to be my bread and butter. It turns out I like liquidity pools better. Am I the greatest at those either? No. I mean, I like finding early tech good tech early too. That's probably my biggest strength. But the other strength I have is to show people the basics and just the beginning of stuff, and then teach them, and then they get really good at it, and then they do well, and that makes me feel good. I like teaching. So the best thing I could give you on this would be, even though this looks insane, and it does to a new person coming in, you look at all this stuff and you're like, what the hell is all this stuff mean? And Wall Street has been using that for 200 years to do to people, to keep people out of the market. They want you intimidated. They want you scared of this stuff. They want you to look at it and go, oh my God. Crypto, not so much. Crypto's very warm, very friendly to people. Now, does that mean it's still not intense? No, it's intense. There's a lot of crap on here that could go wrong. There's a lot of ways to lose money. There's a lot of stuff you could put in wrong if you don't know what the hell you're looking at or what you're doing. So you have to learn your basics. But the point of this stream is to show you the very basics, which I showed you in the beginning. But like I said, I guess I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on for a bit. And go back over some stuff. I'm waiting for this breakout. Excuse me. I'm waiting for this. We're having some sideways consolidations. Get a little tighter. Bands are starting to close in a little here. So what I'm looking for is a continuation pattern. I'm not looking for a huge one either because we just had a massive move, right? Consolidated. Now we had a nice little move, consolidating. So what would be next would be one more push right up about here, right up about there. Now, could we make it to the top of my target? We could, but right now I'm good if we go sideways a little more. In sideways and down is beautiful. That's a bull flag. You see that sideways and down action coiling is what happened here. Most traders, if they see this, they would panic, right? No. After a move like this, I want to see this because that means, wow, we had a huge run. Now people are taking profits, taking profit, and then you want to see another move. That's a healthy bull market. This is not a 2021 bull market or a 2020 or whatever market yet, but that's a pretty good move. Let's go back to Daddy real quick. See what Daddy Bitcoin's doing on the 5-minute. So again, huge move. Extrapolating. How do you find the target? Well, where are we going? Look at the simplest things you can look at. Flagpole, flag. This is the pole, this is the flag. And again, in bull markets, the flag goes upward instead of downward sometimes, and that's okay. That's a continuation pattern still. This is kind of ugly here, though. I don't really like this. And for the sake of the stream, we did open the long here, to be fair, so I chose to do it. But it was more so for the how-to aspect of it and just to get people so they're not scared of leverage trading. But normally I would probably wait until the price fell here before I would enter the long. But since we're just doing such small amounts, I don't even care. It's like whatever. I'm just showing you guys. And some of the best streamers I watch don't even show you how to, or they won't even pull up this stuff on their screen. They won't actually show you how to do it. Crypto Remora aims to be a little different. We aim to actually show you guys, like, because you could just sit there and talk DeFi and NFT all day. If you're a noob, you're going to shake your head and be like, I'm not doing this by myself. Like, I'm not going to do this. I need to see how you're doing this. I want to see what buttons you're hitting, and I want to help, you know. And that's part of where I'm hoping this stream goes, is that we get to the point where we have people in the chat that are like, yo, how do I do this? Well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? What button do I hit here? Like, I want to get to the point where we're actually doing that in the chat with the streams. I think that would be really cool to get people confident in trading. But getting a little bit of a fall here. So when you see that red candle, right? You see that going down and you're like, oh no, it's going. Where's it going? It's falling. That's it. We lost it all. So go down here and look at your positions. This is your section here, profit and loss. This is Bitcoin. We're down 1%, y'all. So it's not like, excuse me, it's not like, oh, it's red candle, be scared. You have to lose a lot more than that to get wiped out. So this is normal pullbacks right here. And we're pulling back on a consolidation type area. Now, to be fair, this flagpole is a lot smaller than this one, which is what I was saying earlier. So I will remeasure this one just to show you that the next run I'm looking for on Bitcoin is not going to be an extravagantly huge one, because I feel like that's it right there. So this is the level right here that I'm looking at, 55.4, which is a good psychological level. Very good psychological. Snap. Yo, can y'all see me in the chat? Is my chat just slow to y'all can see the chat. The hell is switching? Better stop switching. Sorry about that. So now I back over. And our price target for this next breakout up here. 55.3. We'll see. So we might be trading a tired horse right now, but if we go sideways a little longer and then have that move, it looks like we tried to have that in the bears, which I'm okay with because, like I said, we were more so trying to front run the Ethereum trade, and the Bitcoin trade is more of a long term. Long. We're only using 5x leverage. Fall to $45,000 Bitcoin to lose that trade. So I'm not really worried about that one. That's a long one. I'm going to leave that open. The Ethereum one, I was looking for the breakout to follow Bitcoin, but we'll see. It looks like they're playing a little bit of whale games right now. A lot of up-down action here without a whole lot of movement. But it does look like that target could still get hit for Ethereum. So what we're going to do is once I see it come back up here again, if we come back up here, I'm going to close it out. Yo. Will it allow me to chat? LOL. Yo, Sierra, can you see this? Shout out to Crypto MacGyver on the other end, yo. Shout out. We are live. We're up in here. Crypto Remora is up in here. We need to share this. I can see you in the chat, brother. I'd like to see if the emojis work. See if you can do a thumbs up or something. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, to compete with Cryptos R Us, we're gonna have to be doing this 3 times a day because that's how he got to his spot. He's like the James Brown of crypto. Whether you love him or hate him, Cryptos R Us is the hardest working man in the show business. He's the only one that streams 2 or 3 times every single freaking day. And you think that's not a big deal? That's a big deal. I see the background's a little different, as I'm not at my normal spot right now. So let's see here. And I'm liquidated. No. We're good. Now we're not good. No. If you see this extrapolation target, see, we've gone sideways for a minute now. So I'm looking for this move. I want this move up here. I'm on the 5-minute chart. I'm still looking for it to break out, though. I mean, I think this was your fake out right here in the middle. That was your fake out. They wrecked some traders. People went long. They probably wrecked them right there. We're back down. More people went long. They wrecked them again. But you can see the Bollinger Bands. They really tight right here. And then opened up for a huge move. Then got really tight. Then opened up for a not as huge move. So I'm looking for a triple whammy. I'm looking for one more tightening of the Bollinger Bands, maybe about right here, which is good because our long is right about here. So I'm looking for that, and then I'm looking for, boom, one more move up here. That's what I'm trying to front run. But I'm expecting Bitcoin to make that move. But I'm heavier on the Ethereum trade because I'm using the logic that once Bitcoin goes up, that's when I entered into the Ethereum trade because Bitcoin was at 54. I'm not going to chase it. I'm not going to chase Bitcoin. Excuse me, at 54. Oh, I'm going to FOMO in. That's how you get wrecked. So I didn't do that. I waited till we Bitcoin had the run up, and then Ethereum should be the next to follow. So I'm just waiting on all these degens to take their profits out of Bitcoin, and we say, all right, let's go back into ETH for a minute. It may not happen because we had a huge move here. We had a nice move here. What's left? Small little dainty move here unless some phenomenal thing happens. You know, we're not in the crazy part of the bull run yet. So it's still kind of hard to trade right now, but the point of it is to show you how to actually do it. And yeah, so right there, coming back down, correcting at the heart line. This is where the long is open. I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to let it sit here and cook. Shout out to Arizona Green Tea for sponsoring today's show. I'm going to close the chat and refresh it. So I don't think it refreshes on its own very good. 100. Yo, Sierra, you can see it looks good. 100 emoji. I see it. I just had to close the sounds great, pictures clear. Very cool. Okay, that's awesome. So now, you know, and we did how we figured it out. We copied the stream key, put it right into OBS, work like a champ. So we got our picture in picture. And the cool thing is, and I'm guessing you could see my window. The cool thing is it can be like, whoa, whoa, you know, play around with the size or whatever. That's cool, right? Could go over here. I don't know if you could see this, Wes. Can you see the logo? Just go back. Boom. So once we set this up good for Crypto Remora streaming, it would be badass if we could figure out how to get you on this side, me on this side, like we do on our shows, man. That would be freaking awesome. And still have the quality. That would be really cool. Keep our audio quality and everything. Come on, ETH. Come on, baby. So we're right at the point, right at the long. See where it's bouncing? Right on my entry, which is good. Let it stay right there and bounce. Oh, it says it cut your volume out when you pulled the logo up. Okay. All right. So I wonder why it did that. Oh, probably because there's no audio on that channel. On the, like when I switch over. Boom. Yeah, I think it's because the audio channel's gone. Freaking logo is sick, though, dude. It's almost worth it to cut it out for a minute, right? It's like, bam. All right. So, there we go. A refresh comments. This is pretty cool, though. Definitely dope. What else we got up here? So, yeah, the other on there looks like this. See, I have my phone pulled up. I have YouTube on my phone pulled up. That's where I'm reading the comments. Oh, it just acted stupid. Hold on. So I got my phone kind of propped in front of me, and I'm reading the comments on the phone. For now, but it looks like on my other screen, as you could see on the big screen, that you can see the what it looks like on YouTube, but why in the heck it's not showing top chat? I want to see live chat, all messages. There we go. All right, so that's cool. So I guess I could pull this tab up over top of OBS, but then I can't really see OBS. You know what that means, right? You know what that means. It's time to have 3 monitors. One for OBS, one for YouTube Studio. Let's go. Just subscribe, man. Hell yeah. Shout out to Desire Kiminal. Kiminyi. Desire Kiminyi. I hope I said that right. I might have butchered that. I apologize if I did, but shout out. You are officially the first streamer to jump in on a Crypto Remora stream that I've seen. Get Dot Small, of course, we love you, and Wes, of course, you know. I said it right. Thank you. Very cool. All right, cool deal. Shout out to you. All right, so good. Now we got someone watching. Let's fire it up. Let's fire this up. So let's get all. I was just kind of showing Wes the YouTube thing, which is awesome because now we're working on the channel, but you're getting to see a little behind the scenes action. So, Desire, if you got any questions, you got any comments, you got anything you want to look at, what I started the stream with was how to leverage trade. And Wes too, if you want to help, you know, put a name on it or something, just let people know I'm in here. That's what we're doing right now, how to leverage trade. And it's a personal walkthrough as if you had a personal trainer live on the stream. So if you have a question and I'm not showing you something, you can kind of be like, yo, show me, you know, I'm having trouble with that or whatever it is. Let me get my window set up better. Holy crap. All right, let's do this. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just adjust it so I can see everything. All right, let's do this. It's much easier for me to see the chat on a monitor than it is on my phone. I'm on it, brother. All right, cool. I just do spot trading. Okay, all right, cool deal. This is perfect. Okay, so when you say spot trading, you just like, are you on a decentralized exchange, or are you on DeFi, or are you, when you say spot trading, you're on DeFi, or are you on a regular exchange? Because, you know, spot trading, you could do that on a regular exchange, or you could be DeFi, just like you're just on the spot on DeFi, just trading what you want to do. KuCoin. Okay. All right. So KuCoin, I think, has a fairly good, I think they have a good kind of thing. Do they do leverage on there? I'm not sure. But I think KuCoin does have a fairly good, actually, I think a lot of the centralized exchanges still incorporate the, actual charts and stuff like that. But let me go on here. Let me show you if you have any questions for me. You know, again, I'm not the best trader in the world. I don't claim to be, but I do claim to be a fairly good teacher on beginners. If you're kind of just coming in the market, or you're wanting to do a little more and you want to use some leverage, we're using Mux. I'm going to hop over there now. So what we were basically looking at, and I don't know, KuCoin may have something like this and incorporate TradingView too. They may. But Mux is pretty sweet. If you haven't used it, I would definitely check it out. app.mux.network. Let's see here. All right. I'm getting a little bit here. So we're getting a little consolidation, but you can see us tightening up. Yes, they do, but that's why I liked your style. I'm learning from you. Very cool. Man, we love to hear that. That's freaking awesome. And that's what it is, man. That's why we founded this freaking channel, dude. Seriously, like, because when me and Wes came in, and this is why I wanted to do this particularly, because I couldn't find anyone that was like trading with leverage and showing how to do it while they were doing it. Like, I want to see which button I hit. I want to see what are you doing? Like, break it down for me, you know, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. You know, we're not playing with the whole lot, but I want to show you the basics on Mux. Again, we're on Arbitrum. Okay. So if you're on KuCoin, I don't know how much they charge you per trade, but I know every transaction on Arbitrum today, the gas has been a little crazy. So I'm paying 64 cents at the most. which if you're on Ethereum, good luck. They're gonna murder you with the fees. But Arbitrum is great. Um, and with Mux, you can get your fees back, bro. So like they pay back your fees in Arbitrum. So just for using it, you got to put in a code to get this. But if you hit us up, follow us, Desire, follow us on Twitter and X and stuff, and hit us up. We'll get a code over to you. But every trade you make basically is every single trade you make, you get paid back your Arbitrum. So like 52 cents rebate this week, but I get it. I just claimed mine. That's why it says that. I just claimed my Arbitrum. I got like 4 Arbitrum just for trading. So it's like, yeah, you're paying trading fees, but there's a rebate on Mux. So they just pay you an Arb. So you're not, it's almost like you're investing in Arbitrum, just using it, which is freaking even more dope. So we will send you that link over in the code, I believe, to that. Go to referral tab. Yeah. That's where you go. But we'll get back to that in a minute. I will send that over to you. We'll make sure we get it to you. So you want to be on Arbitrum. If you don't know how to do that, very, very easy. You could do it with a bridge. You could do it right. KuCoin, use Arbitrum networks, MetaMask, or whatever wallet you're using. So the breakdown. If you get questions, fire them at me. But what I was just basically going over, I'm going to go to the 30-minute chart real quick. So let's zoom out here. Okay, let's get the chart a little better. Let's see what the hell we're looking at. So 30-minute chart means every candle is the 30-minute passing time. I'll zoom in here a little. Working with. So this is where we enter our long, right? I'm going to blow it up a little bigger so I can see. All right. So we entered our long right about there. And we're getting a bounce entry, which is good. And you're getting a bullish pin bar. See, it looks like a drum kit when you actually kick the kick drum. You see the hammer and the ball. Boom. That's what we're getting on this thing, which is freaking great. You want to see that. That's a bullish continuation pattern. And we got an uptrend, consolidation. We got uptrend, consolidation. So I'm looking for the rest of this pump, man. This is the extrapolated flag. So let me delete this and show you how I did this, in case you don't know how to do it. This is really cool that Mux does this. So I'm going to go over here, zoom up, grab my tool on the left, all kind of stuff, Fibonacci, all kind of crazy stuff to use. I'm going to grab my trend line. I'm going to measure the bottom of the flagpole to the top right here. Boom, bottom to the top, and it puts the line there. It's kind of hard to see, but you just got to move your mouse over it and then left click. And when you see it highlighted, the blue bars and that, you left click and then you move it. And the best way to do it is move it to the end, the bottom of the flag. Bam, right? So that gives me my target for my next move. Flagpole, consolidation. Next move is what? Flagpole. We say, well, Nick, it's going sideways right here. That's okay. That's all right, because that means we're consolidating halfway through this move. So I like seeing that. Now, the last move could be only there, though, because we did have such a massive move here. Boom, down. The moves get gradually smaller the toppier you get. So, that's Ethereum. I'm sorry. I meant to do Bitcoin, which is fine because Bitcoin is still absolutely just not giving a crap about anything right now and just tearing ass. So I'm good with that. Let's see here. So we got the jump, consolidation sideways going up, and then we hit the top of the band. So where are we going to go now? I don't know. Are we going to come back to this heart line, or is Bitcoin going to keep rolling? It looks like she bounced here, and she wants to keep trying to fight. So if she does, we'll see. Let's look at the RSI. RSI is staying toppy, which doesn't really matter in a bull run. So it looks like still going, but that's why we entered the ETH trade, because we were waiting for Bitcoin to go up and then ETH to follow suit, which ETH is kind of doing. You can see we had to move, consolidate. We had a little move. Now we're doing this up thing. So what I would measure this, how I would measure this would be a little different. I would measure this like this. I would go here, trend line, go up, measure that. That's for the big move, right? But for the small move, I would take it something like this. Go right here, bottom of the flagpole to this flagpole, because we're losing gas here a little bit, and that's all right. So this is my new target here. This smaller one is my new target, which is 32.28 for ETH. And it could take a while for that. It could take a minute before we see that. We consolidate a little bit more, but you can see the direction the bands are wanting to go. It's already broke up. We need the bands to get a little tighter before we do something. But we're just going to let it roll. Leave it open. I think I will hop off on the stream for a little bit, but leave these trades open and be back in a little bit, man.